We are nearing the end of February and we've all been cooped up way too long and probably snacking just a little bit too much too, right? So joining us now is Dr. Deborah Manjoney from the Wisconsin Vein Center in MediSpa. She's here to talk about a week-long Fat Tuesday celebration. Hey, Doc.
Good morning, Tiffany. How are you?
Good morning. So good to see you. So Fat
Nice to see
Tuesday,
you.
we're celebrating this? How?
That's right. Well, of course, Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday for anyone who didn't realize that. And I think, even knowing some French, didn't even clue in on that. But Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras certainly is the celebration that people have, prior to Easter, before going through a real time sometimes of deprivation, but we love to celebrate it because we all have a little fat that we want to get rid of. And because of that, we are offering deals all week, making it a whole week-long celebration where people can come in and have a consultation if they have some areas that they want to reduce, and we'll tell them about what techniques we have available.
I love it. Okay, so I want to hear about these techniques because people are going to be like, all right, I got some pinchable fat. The #1 fat loss technique in the world is CoolSculpting. Isn't that right?
That's correct. CoolSculpting now has been around for many years, and it is a technique that uses applicators that gently suck in the tissue where you have pinchable fat, and then that fat is cooled and frozen actually, so that the fat cells are destroyed permanently, and then your body excretes the contents of the fat cells, the fatty acids and the lipids, in a natural way. And that usually takes a total of about 12 weeks to see a final result. Well, you'll start seeing results in about 4 weeks. And it really is, it has helped so many people to feel better about themselves because they're able to get rid of areas that they cannot exercise away.
Okay, so I know you get like 50% fat reduction in those areas, and it is, as
If you
people
treat
saw,
twice, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and you're seeing in those pictures that people aren't, there's not a lot of weight on them. So is there a guideline of who should use CoolSculpting?
Well, anybody actually can have it,
Okay.
but in order to be upfront with them, if you're really overweight, obese, it's not going to work as well. You're not going to see any results because there's just too much fat there, and you really should diet as well. However, for somebody who's within 30 or 40 pounds of an ideal weight, it works very well because there may be love handles or abdominal fat or inner thigh fat, areas that they really want to address, and this can do it very well.
I want you to talk about the bad press that CoolSculpting got for a little while, because I feel like, personally, a lot of times when things hit the news, it's already past sometimes. So
That's
what's
right.
going on there with that?
So what happened was, one of the older supermodels, I'm not calling her old, I mean former supermodel, Linda Evangelista, did have CoolSculpting several years ago and had a very rare complication in every area that she had treated. And that complication is called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, which means that she wound up with more fat in the areas that were treated. And it's an abnormal fat. It's a very firm feeling fat. And unfortunately, the only way to treat that is with liposuction. Nothing else has been found to work to get rid of that if you have that very rare complication that can occur. The good news is she had treatment with the original technique using a totally different machine that is used today. So today we are using things that have more of a full fat or cooling area around the fat instead of just 2 plates that the fat was pulled in between with higher suction. So it's a much better technique today, much lower complication rate, but it is something that, we are not shying away from. We want people to know that this can happen, but it truly is a rare complication.
Well, just knowing even the machine is different, that's what I love
Yes.
about what you do. Doctor, is that it's like you are so skilled and so intelligent when it comes to all this. You're vetting things, you're making sure you're doing the top of the line and the absolute best of the best. So I want to move on to another technique because this one has gotten tons of love. So this is a Vanquish Me, and people really like this because there's a no touch factor.
That's right. It's a no touch heat, radio frequency heat. It's just a plate with 2 little brackets on the side. So it's kind of more of a half circumference that we use it on the belly. And this can work for people of any weight. And it really does help to reduce that middle area so that people can feel more comfortable in their clothing. And that's a series of 4 treatments that we can do within 4 weeks. And afterwards, people will start to see the fat melting away actually by the 4th treatment, and it continue again for 8 to 12 weeks. So it really does tighten up that middle section. It helps reduce fat. And we've learned a lot. We've used it now for several years, and we've learned a lot about positioning and the roles of fat and how best to position those to get the best treatment results as well.
Love it. I want to lose those 2 to 5 inches in my belly, so I'm good on that. Here's one of your favorites, though, right? M-Sculpt?
Right, M-Sculpt. So M-Sculpt is a newer technique. It's been around for about 3 or 4 years now. We've been using it. And we're actually doing a hyper stimulation of the muscles to get the muscles to contract. And here we see on the buttocks, so we can get a nice, beautiful elevation, kind of an athletic looking butt. As you get older, sometimes that butt flattens out and you can get that beautiful contour back. But in addition, when M-Sculpt is used on the abdomen and sometimes on the thighs, what we can do is actually give it the muscle enough stimulation that it has to get energy from the surrounding fat. And so you'll see about a 15% reduction in fat also.
Wow, I didn't know you were going to use a picture of my butt, but that looked good. Just kidding, I wish. I know you're going to have so many new, you've got even another new one coming in March. You guys always have the best of the best, so that's just a little tease for it, but people got to come see you. I know you'll talk through what's best for them and their body and their goals, and that's what I think always gives people so much confidence in what you do there. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you very much. So, have people make reservations to come in for their individual private consultations over next week and get some great deals on all of these treatments.
Got to take advantage of the timing because it's in honor of Fat Tuesday and Mardi Gras. That's right, the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa has set aside time for individual reserved free consultations all next week. They're also going to offer special deals and opportunities to win treatments and the best top-of-the-line products. The beautiful spa is located in Pewaukee. Just give them a call if you've got questions. It's 262-746-9088, or to see a full list of their services, visit their website. It's wimedispa.com.